Hey guys, Hayden here, and I thought I'd just do a little bit of an unscripted video to talk about the Super Mario Bros. Movie, since it came out a few days ago and I just so happened to see it a couple days ago. So, here's my new little series, My 2 Cents, where I talk about recently released movies and things like that, just giving you my 2 cents on the matter. The Super Mario Bros. Movie was very good. I personally enjoyed it a lot. I'm a hardcore Super Mario fan. I've been playing the games for as long as I can remember, and I own a metric shit ton of them. So, going into this, I had my hopes set pretty high. And despite the fact that it was being made by Illumination, aka the studio that usually makes a lot of really bad cash grab franchises, I was still looking forward to this film because I was told that Nintendo had the vast majority of the creative control. So I went into this with pretty high hopes. Now, despite the fact that the casting was rather questionable, mostly in the realm of Chris Pratt as Mario and Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, I have to say that both of them put in really great performances as their characters. Chris Pratt especially, despite the fact that he seemed like a very poor casting choice for Super Mario, didn't provide a really bad voice. In the trailers, I'll admit his voice was not very good, but in the actual film itself, I think he did a damn good job. It mainly being his slightly altered speaking voice with a very slight Italian accent. Charlie Day as Luigi was an absolute highlight of the film, and I really wish we got to see more of Luigi in the movie, but you know, what we saw was very funny and very endearing. Charlie Day embodies the character very well. He's a very talented actor, and I think it was a great idea to hire someone like Charlie Day to play Luigi, because I've seen things like It's Always Sunny, and he's absolutely hysterical in those. And he played the cowardly Luigi very well. The dynamic between Mario and Luigi was also very sweet. They felt like real siblings, and it definitely felt like they had a really genuine connection. Jack Black as Bowser was the funniest part of the movie. Jack Black is awesome. I personally love the guy, and when I heard he was going to be playing Bowser, I was unironically hyped out of my mind to see that. And of course, he put in an absolutely fantastic performance. Jack Black is a naturally gifted comedy actor, so him playing a big bad villain like Bowser is absolutely hysterical. And the fact that they played up Bowser having a huge crush on Peach, rather than just wanting to take over the Mushroom Kingdom, he wanted to get the girl, I thought was very funny, because that's a thing that's played up in the games pretty heavily, and I'm glad that they implemented into the movie in a way that was kind of adorable, I'm not gonna lie. Bowser sings a lot in this movie too, and making Jack Black sing in a movie is the best decision you can make in a movie. And he does this Tenacious D thing where he starts singing like, "Peaches, peaches, peaches." I'm sure you've seen all the memes so far, but it's absolutely amazing, and it just feels so Tenacious D. I grew up on the Tenacious D music and the movies and, you know, School of Rock, so I've heard plenty of Jack Black singing, so that was very nice. Anya Taylor-Joy was very unexpected when I saw the casting for the movie. I didn't expect her, but I really loved her in The Vavitch. I thought she was very good in that movie, and I know there was another movie that she was in that I really liked her in that I can't remember, but I wasn't expecting her to be cast as Peach, but she was also very good. Peach is a total badass in this movie. She kicks a major fuck ton of ass, and it doesn't feel like it's them trying to be woke or anything like that. She feels like just a genuinely strong character, and I find that to be very cool. I think it's very cool that they didn't play up her being the damsel in distress. I think making her a much more proactive leader of the Mushroom Kingdom, and implying that she definitely kicked a lot of butt before Mario showed up, and it was definitely a good decision. Keegan-Michael Key as Toad, very funny. I thought he was very endearing. I liked Toad's inclusion in the movie. It was very nice. There isn't a whole lot to say about him. I think he's one of the more underdeveloped characters in the film, but I just think his casting was very good, and I think it's funny because his voice sounds a lot like a very bearable version of Toad. Instead of him sounding like, you know, a heavy smoker, they had him sound almost heavy smoker-ish, but not super annoying. Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong was very surprising to me, because I don't like Seth Rogen. I'm tired of seeing him in movies, but ever since I saw the movie This Is the End with Seth Rogen in it, I started appreciating the guy a little bit more, and I think the more movies I see him in, the more I start to like him. They didn't make Seth Rogen do the laugh that much. I think he did it like twice, maybe 3 times in the movie. One of them felt rather unnecessary, and the other one was just like, okay, of course he's gonna do the laugh. It's Seth Rogen, so, you know. Seth Rogen's Donkey Kong is a very funny character. He's definitely a total showboaty kind of dickhead. He has a very high opinion of himself that's very clear, and him and Mario are rivals, which I thought was very funny, considering haha Donkey Kong funny. Seth Rogen did a very good job as Donkey Kong. I think that was a very surprising bit of casting. The whole Kong world was very cool too. Cranky Kong is their sort of leader and Donkey Kong's father, which I thought was very cool. And there's a couple Kongs thrown into the background, like Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong, and even Chunky Kong had a cameo, which was very unexpected. I figured they would have thrown in like Funky Kong or something, but no, they threw in Chunky. And the DK rap plays when Donkey Kong first shows up, when he's about to fight Mario, and that was awesome. That was a total unnecessary inclusion, but the fact that they did it was very well appreciated by myself. That was very fun. Charles Martinet did have a cameo in the film. In the beginning, Mario and Luigi are hanging out at a pizza parlor that's decked out in all this Punch-Out gear, and Charles Martinet plays who I'm assuming is Jumpman from the original Donkey Kong arcade game, and he's playing a little arcade game, and Charles Martinet's little realistic Mario, pretty much, is what it looks like, pops up and says a couple of funnies, and it was very obviously Charles Martinet. It was very nice that they gave him a cameo. The film had a very simple plot, admittedly, but I think that works perfectly in the film's favor because all of the Mario games have relatively simple plots. It acts as like an origin story to how the brothers found the Mushroom Kingdom, and they have to go on an adventure to stop Bowser. Unfortunately, Luigi is sidelined because he gets kidnapped rather early on, and occasionally we get moments where we do see him again, but as I said earlier, I really wish there was more Luigi. It's mainly focused on Mario, Peach, Toad, and the Kong clan going out to stop Bowser, and the entire time we get checking on Bowser, see what he's doing. It's a very simple plot, but again, it works in the film's favor, and it's really enjoyable. It's a very Mario-feeling plot. I greatly enjoyed it. The music was absolutely fantastic between Jack Black's musical numbers and the score, which I forgot the name of the composer, but holy crap, the score was amazing, implementing so many of the themes from the actual games. The athletic theme from Super Mario Bros. 3 appears in this big fight scene with Mario and Donkey Kong, and it was just absolutely fantastic. Every time some music started playing in the film, I was like, oh my god, I know that song, it's amazing. And all of the, shots where they're just walking around the Mushroom Kingdom, and every time they switch a location, it starts playing a new song from the games. It's totally pandering, I'll admit that, but it was very, very well, it was very much appreciated, I've got to say. Outside of the film's score itself, the film definitely had a lot of very recognizable songs. Mr. Blue Sky played at the end during a scene where they're building carts so that they can go drive around. It plays Thunderstruck. I remember Holding Out for a Hero plays during a training montage, which came out of absolutely left field, and I thought it was hilarious. And Take On Me played while a bouncer Kong was driving Mario, Peach, and Toad around in the Kong village, and I don't know why, but that moment got me, and I was absolutely rolling with laughter in the theater. It was hysterical. I don't really know what else I can talk about in the film, but it was just an absolutely total fan service heavy, fun, cute, sweet little movie that went at a breakneck pace, granted to the detriment of some of the plot points. Oftentimes they would delve into a character's backstory, but it wouldn't last any longer than a minute, give or take. But honestly, I think the movie's good aspects outweigh the bad, absolutely. So, I greatly adored the Super Mario Bros. Movie. I would absolutely go see it again, and I'd probably give it a solid 9 out of 10. Very, very solid movie. Definitely going to buy it on DVD when it comes out, no doubt about that. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. This has been my 2 cents. Thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you next time.